What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. I want somebody to defend this with Madden 21. I really do. I understand that this video is almost about people defending Madden, but I can never tell when people are being serious. So, you see, why can't you guys give this a chance? EA is at least making steps in the right direction, right? And then this article from 10 years ago, it's hilarious how we're still asking for the same things. I clicked this article, which we're going to talk about, but, you know, these comments, minutes apart, completely separate from each other. This article, though, Madden NFL 11, 5 features not in the new game by Jason Clary, August 10th of 2010. What other game is still in print as a franchise where gamers are asking documented 10 years for some things? Now, to be fair, I'm going to start off by saying there are some things that they have added, but for the most part, they're not there. They talk about going up to 75-player rosters. We did that, but offseason still needs a ton of work 10 years later. Free agency, draft, OTAs, coaching changes, defensive schemes, they're really not there, and I think we can agree the game feature is still a complete bore, as it was mentioned 10 years ago. Now, this actually, very interesting, and would impact every gamer. Players that perform differently in weather conditions, but also teams that perform differently. So the Miami Dolphins not having a good cold weather rating. You talk about the Buffalo Bills having a good one, but not playing well in heat. Quarterbacks, kickers that play indoors, having a tougher time going out to windy places like New York or Chicago, or outdoor stadiums in general. Stadiums should have ratings based on volume, fan loyalty. Imagine the Raiders, historical significance. All these things are completely gone from Madden, in some cases never were in it, and you've got documented 10 years of asking for them to be added. Now, one of the things, again, I'll go back, it's kind of there, but kind of not. Superstar mode, they mentioned it needs to be completely revamped. I know they've tried to work face of the franchise in, but it's also a lot watered down from what it was. Also, they talk about going through and getting a physics-based system. They talk about how EA had done a good job at personalized movements, but we've still not seen any real advancement. Game is animation dependent, as it's mentioned there. And the last one, and maybe the biggest one, for just every time you play the game, hearing something different, Madden needs more than just 2 announcers. Now, what's interesting is during the time this article has been written, we've seen multiple announcer teams come into other games. EA, though, has lagged behind in this so much. And they sit here and talk about how you'll hear the same repetitive lines over and over and over. And it's very true. Madden's commentary gets very repetitive, even though it's gotten better because they can update them throughout the year. I still think we need to go back to the audio they had before and bring in those different commentating teams. And maybe then we won't all sit there with the game on mute. But very interesting to go back and look at a 10-year-old wish list. Things that still aren't taken care of this year. I think it speaks to the lack of quality with this game. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking it out. Back in the week with more commentary.